We want you to be living the life you've always wanted. For business owners and leaders, this so often means your customers are overjoyed with your products and services. Your employees are overjoyed with their work and the financial benefits which come with it. Your family is overjoyed because you're genuinely there with them, not unduly stressed and worried about your business. And you've got the financial freedom to live a great life. But if you already had these things, you wouldn't be here. So we suspect these are some of your issues. Employees are underperforming. There are disagreements in your management team. Perhaps some are constant blockers to change and improvement. Sales are not growing quick enough. Cost pressures are mounting. Your customers are treating you like a commodity. A few years back, where you hoped to be and where you are now are miles apart. You're in a world of misinformation and noise and not sure what's best to do about this. At Munros, we choose to follow reputable science. Thankfully, the science shows that no matter what industry you're in, sustained business success comes down to getting a few key areas of business exceptionally right. In fact, the research has distilled it down to 8 key areas, of which you must excel at least 6 of them at the same time. And for small to medium businesses, in our view, only 6 of the 8 are realistically achievable. So we'll be focusing on these. Now, excelling at 6 areas of business is no easy task, but it's certainly a worthwhile endeavor, given the research reveals gives you a better than 90% chance of seeing such returns as 5 times more sales, 14 times more profit, and 15 times greater return to owners over 10 years, as compared to businesses which haven't excelled at these 6 specific areas of business. In a moment, we'll introduce the 6 key areas, but beforehand, let's address the question, why only these? It's because the research found no directly significant correlation between 200 other management practices and sustained success. Put another way, the research revealed it doesn't necessarily matter if a business embraced ERP software, CRM systems, 360-degree feedback, supply chain management, total quality management, Six Sigma, Kaizen, intranets, outsourcing, superb information technology, etc. As a priority, there are only 8 significantly relevant best practices. The researchers did fairly note one caveat. The lack of a significant correlation between a given practice and sustained superior results doesn't indicate that that management practice can be ignored. Rather, to be clear, the research suggests business leaders prioritize 6 of the 8 identified practices to help yield superior sustained results. So, what are the 6 key areas of business? At a high level, they are 1. Strategy. You must have an ambitious, clearly stated, and focused strategy. 2. Culture. You must have a high standards culture. 3. Structure. You must have a fast, accountable structure. 4. Execution. You must consistently meet customers' expectations. 5. Leadership. You must have a great business leader, committed leadership team. 6. Talent. You must keep great talent and find more. Your instinctive reaction to this may be, well, duh, which is fair. What's important to realize are 2 things. 1, they are the 6 key areas explained at a high level. There is much more to it, and it's not always instantly obvious, such as execution, which is that you must consistently meet customers' expectations. Whilst a winner business will have a mandate of meeting customers' expectations, this does not mean they commit themselves to over-delivering, or put another way, exceeding expectations. Rather, it means they commit themselves to never disappointing customers. In other words, you can't afford to find yourself in the bottom half of service rankings as compared to your competitors, but you also don't need to be at the very top. The top third will suffice. How can this insight help you develop a competitive advantage? Well, there is conventional wisdom which directs business leaders to think they need to exceed customers' expectations in order to create a competitive advantage. This leads many businesses to invest their efforts into delighting customers. That's difficult and can increase costs. Your advantage from knowing you don't need to delight customers is that you have the opportunity to invest your efforts into what customers really want, which is for your business to more simply meet their expectation. That can help you better utilize your limited resources. Number 2, just because these 6 may be instinctively well done doesn't mean they're any less valid. The research has shown that excelling in all of 6 of these areas has profoundly beneficial outcomes, such as 14 times more profit after 10 years. In the video below, we importantly highlight that consistent and continuous implementation isn't easy. The same research, which has shown that there are winners who tremendously outperform others by excelling at 6 specific areas of business, also reveals that if a winner stumbles and stops excelling at just one area, they become a tumbler and on average end up with 6 times less total return to owners over just 5 years as compared to continuous winners. So please watch that video and ask yourself, is my business excelling at all 6 of these key business areas? In that video you just watched, we mentioned some research. If you like the references, simply head on in to the Munro's Business Academy and you can find them on the reference page.